Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing your first intimate relationship / next relationship. I didn't want to kind of just focus on people who haven't had a relationship. I want to focus on people who, you know, have already been in one, but maybe this is more like your real relationship, or you know, you've been single for a long time. So this is basically your first / next intimate relationship. This is going to be an 18+ video, so if you are not 18+, please click off this video now and let's get started. We're going to look into the intimacy. We're going to see what's going on with you and this person, what it's going to be like the first time you're with them. So let's get started. Choose your group now. We have group number 1 with the white agate heart, group number 2 with a clear quartz heart, group number 3 with a rose quartz heart, and group number 4 with a citrine heart. So let's get started with your reading. Start off with group number 1 with the white heart. Okay, group number 1. So before we get started with your oracle cards, I'm going to pull some tarot for you, and we're going to see what your love life is going to be looking like, how you're going to meet this person, everything like that. Okay, so we have fortitude, vitality and courage. We have the 6 of Wands. We have advancement, recognition, the Sun, Chariot, and the Queen of Rings. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to pull those cards, and then underneath we have the Empress. Okay, so let's get you some cards to clarify. So how are you going to be in the relationship? Coming into the relationship. We have love, beautiful. How are they going to be in the relationship? Awaken. Oh, is that 2 cards? No, just 1. Awaken. And then we have a look at the relationship. Faith. Okay. So your energy for you guys is all about spirituality. Your relationship that you're going to attract is going to be a really spiritual one. And it's going to be all about lessons. I'm getting really strong Virgo from this group. This is a very strong earthy energy. This feels like 2 mercurial people coming together, like a Gemini and a Virgo. Okay. So, sorry guys, my throat chakra is all over the place. All right, let's get one more card to clarify the connection and what you'll learn. Surrender. Beautiful. And then your side, the Sage, and their side. Okay, so before we look into the intimacy, we're going to have a look into the tarot, and we're going to see what kind of the overall energy for you in your love life and what you've been through and everything like that. So I wanted to just get like everything out on the table first, which is basically what your person's saying to you. Okay, so we have the Pillar. I feel like for you guys, 100%, this is going to be a first relationship. This is going to be, if you've already been in a relationship, this is a connection where you have basically kind of never been in a pure relationship where you felt fully comfortable with anyone. Like you've never felt like you can fully be yourself. You can absolutely just kind of go on a whim and just be feeling really safe. A lot of the relationships you've been in, you've had to, almost like I'm hearing the word choke, you felt like choked, like you can't just basically speak your truth and kind of express yourself. So what I'm feeling for you guys is there's a massive sense of faith. The energy that you're working on right now is faith. So if you're feeling like, I feel like this camera's really like, there we go. This camera was so close up. With faith, I feel like this is basically about you and your person being able to trust another person. That's basically what this relationship is all about. You are learning love in the sense of unconditional love. Your energy is all about being unconditional and letting things just happen the way they are. You are definitely somebody who has a strong sense of perfectionism, and you have put that onto yourself a lot of the time. So what you guys are learning most of all, I'm just going to bring this lighting down just slightly so you can see a bit better. For you guys, the main thing you're working on is to be more awake and to be okay with how awake you actually are, because a lot of you guys are actually really awake, and you have attracted people who really aren't, so it's kind of been very much clashing. So like I said, we're going to have a look into the intimacy in just a moment. I want to kind of clarify where we are right now. Right now, you guys are really learning to focus on your own life and focus on yourself, and kind of just focus on your finances and things like that. That's just kind of like the main energy I'm feeling. A lot of you guys haven't had a relationship before, or haven't really had a lot of people. Like I'm seeing like emptiness. There's a lot of empty people around you, like people have felt empty, or you felt empty around people. You just felt like there's nothing out there for you. So what I'm seeing is there is a lot of kind of letting go in this relationship. There's a lot of like letting go and leaning into the connection, because we have faith and we have surrender. So you're kind of like leaning in, letting somebody kind of catch you. A lot of you guys have had definite trust issues, or clarification, trust issues, commitment issues, things like that have basically made you feel like I can't be myself. Every time I be myself, I can't be myself. So I'm going to recommend you one of my guys' favourite, I'm going to say that again. I'm going to recommend you guys one of my favourite people, and she's amazing. I always recommend her all the time. I watch her quite a lot actually. She's called Candice Vandell, and she does things like codependency work, attachment trauma, self-trust, things like that. Like she's absolutely amazing. I highly recommend her. She's called Candice Vandell, and she's on YouTube. I always look at her for advice, especially when you're kind of confused on why you haven't actually manifested anyone yet. And most of the time, it honestly, guys, everyone has a different timing. So don't worry like, oh, why haven't I manifested someone yet? It's because it's just not your timing yet. Like, and also you're so awake that you want someone. It's like, of course you're going to want someone. It's like, it's so normal. So what I'm feeling for you guys is, yeah, one step at a time. I'm picking up on like at the least 3 months you could actually manifest somebody, because I'm hearing 1, 2, 3, and then your person's coming in then. I am seeing somebody who's quite tall and thin, and I'm hearing narrow. They're quite a narrow person, like the way they look. They're quite tall, thin. I'm seeing for a lot of you guys, I am seeing a white Caucasian. I'm seeing white Caucasian skin, of course. Doesn't have to be, can be literally any skin colour at all. But I'm just seeing that they're probably quite pale. Or their skin is like, they just don't go out in the sun so much, so they're quite pale. Even if they are of a dark complexion, it's almost like they need to get more sun because they do look a bit pale. So when you meet them, you might meet them in winter, so maybe they haven't got like a glow about them, and then when they go in the sun, they can get quite tan. So of course, take it as resonance. I'm getting literally every hair colour, every skin colour for this group, but mainly white or very dark skin. Basically two complete opposites here. So what I'm also feeling is you guys are literally a bucket of love. You are so unconditional. You're somebody who loves to the nth degree, and that is why you're going to manifest someone who's really awake. And I'm going to tell you guys are actually really awake. That is why you've had to wait, or are having to wait so long for a partnership. So basically, your learning right now is to focus on saging, cleansing, healing your own energy without the need for another person around you. This is friends, family, co-workers, anyone. Like, you are meant to be basically by yourself right now. And I'm not saying alone, because alone's not the right word, literally by yourself as a singular human. And your person is definitely letting go of perfectionism. Both of you are learning to let go of that, and both of you are very similar, hence why you might resonate with this side, you might resonate with this side. But what I'm feeling is like there's definitely a very strong energy of I am needing to trust myself, to trust another person. So this is a journey to meeting your person, the tarot cards, and this is your relationship, this is you, this is them. So I feel like the main thing I'm feeling is like just trusting the journey as you go along, and letting go of intense perfectionism. Dare to Dream is all about your person being open to a spiritual relationship. A lot of you guys will possibly or have manifested uncomfortable narcissists because you still have some trauma there. And like I said, that's why I love Candice Vandell, because she's amazing. She really like validates everything we go through. Like, honestly guys, I cannot even explain how amazing her work is. Like, she just completely validates everything I've been through, everything, like I guess for, you know, a lot of other empaths, what they've been through. Sometimes we just need someone to say like, you're not alone. And the reason why you haven't manifested someone right now is because you are literally coming into your own. So it's not really a good idea to manifest somebody if you're not fully ready to, you know, be open enough, because somebody else will possibly trigger that part of you. You know, when we come into a relationship, it triggers our inner child, especially if we haven't got things healed. But what I'm seeing for you guys is a massive amount of, I'm hearing trucking along, like you're going to truck along, and I'm seeing just forward movement. You are not alone, and I am seeing forward movement. There is lots of things, good stuff happening. There's some really yummy good stuff happening, and I do feel that very strongly. But the relationship is very much about faith. So it might be one of you is very spiritual, the other person's very religious, or both of you are really spiritual, both of you are really religious. There's this sense of like you both are trusting a higher power to help you manifest your partnership. And I just feel like there's a lot of goodness coming, because you have the Chariot and the Sun. This is basically saying like you have nothing to worry about. Your person could also be quite a strong fire sign as well. And when I say strong fire sign, I just feel like their energy is very fiery. They don't have to be a fire sign sun. They can be, but their energy is just really open, fiery, and really gentle and genuine, which is so nice and so lovely. So we have the little heart here. Let's put him there. I forgot to put him in the shot. Okay, so these are the main aspects of your next relationship. In the energy, we have touch, and that is interesting and amazing because we're literally doing 18+ reading on physical touch. So it says, use your hands to feel all that it can feel. Your fingertips may be extra heightened in feeling right now. There may also be an energy that knows how to use their hands very well, and that sounds really kinky, and I'm all about it. So this reminds me of somebody who is very really into physical touch, Cancer, Virgo type person. It's going to be very like a touchy-feely relationship. And for you guys, if you are nervous about physical touch, this will be a big lesson for you guys. The thing is this is a really annoying thing about society, right? I just have to say this because it's really coming out in this reading, is society is meant to pull us apart from each other. So it basically is like, let's replace love with external validation. Let's replace my self-love with buying a handbag or buying a car or buying a house or buying this, buying that, and we have to get it immediately. That is literally how people see relationships sometimes. So for you guys are really yearning for a partnership, but when you get one, it can feel really overwhelming because we're not taught how to love something long enough for us to really appreciate it, and that will come at the point now. You guys are really learning to be vulnerable in relationships because society literally teaches us to be separate from everything. That's basically what it teaches us. So touch is going to be the major aspect of your relationship. It's about getting comfortable with yourself, feeling free. Yeah, just feeling really comfortable. Okay, so we have penthouse and we have the body, where we have the booty. Okay, I love this. So this is what I'm feeling is for a lot of you guys, this is going to be at the most 2 years you can meet this person. So between 3 months and 2 years, this person and you are going to have a really luxurious life. Even if you're quite young, you will be manifesting a lot of physical abundance, a lot of money, things like that, and a lot of stability. Let's have a look at the rest of your relationship. But first, I feel like for you guys, there's going to be a type of luxury to this energy. There's a sense of connection, and you both just feel really close to each other. I feel like some of you might think, oh, this person might be a bit kind of out of my league, which that's why I'm doing that, because no one's ever really out of your league. But this person is like a higher version of what you've wanted to attract. So say you've had people and they have some of the qualities that you like, but they don't really have everything that you like, basically. So that is kind of what I'm feeling for you guys. All right, so let's have a look at the rest of your cards. So let's pull you some more energy cards. Let's pull you some more body cards, and we'll see what else is coming through for you guys. Okay, we have you'll get used to it. Introverted, let's put those up there. Introverted. Extroverted. Slow. Gentle with words. Sexual. Let's get one more. Secrets. Okay. For you guys, I'm hearing like a lot of comparison to a previous relationship. So this is definitely for some of you guys who have actually been in a partnership or have been physical with somebody. It doesn't actually have to be like an actual full-on relationship. It can be just somebody you're sexual with. Hearing the song Sexual, where it's like, I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual. So I'm just hearing that song as well. So what I'm feeling is the way you're going to go about it, your physical attention to each other is going to be quite slow. You're going to kind of build up to the intimacy as you kind of go along. and both of you have dealt with obsessions. If you guys really kind of focus on yourself before manifesting this person, this won't be a problem. This is kind of like in your past. This is something that you've previously dealt with that you don't have to deal with anymore. So in terms of, you'll get used to it. It says don't rush or force the process. If it feels uncomfortable, allow that feeling of comfort to stay hidden for a moment. This may just be something you need to get used to, fully understand why it's occurring to begin with. So what I'm seeing is it's like someone's opening the door, and it does feel like, because we have introverted with a closed door and extroverted with an open door, this person is both extroverted and introverted. Both of you are both. Both of you are both introverted and extroverted. You both like that. You know, both of you are like that. I'm feeling like for some of you guys, you're going to be in a relationship when you're about, I know this is an 18+ reading, but I'm here, some of you guys may have met this person when you were 16, or you could be 16 now, which if you are, naughty for watching this video, but that's what I'm feeling. For some of you guys, I'm picking up you've wanted a relationship since you were 16. This person that you're going to meet is, yeah, like I said, both introverted and extroverted. They don't like to talk about sexuality a lot. They're somebody who's quite private about it. They do like to take it slow when it comes to intimacy and things like that. They're very quiet with their words. When they talk, they're very, very quiet. They don't like to kind of express too much. They're somebody who likes to kind of keep things quite under wraps. When they are open and more vulnerable, that's going to be more in about 3 months into the relationship, like coming into it. Because with when we have butt, it kind of reminds me of things you can't see, because you have to literally look into a mirror to fully see your booty because it's behind you. So it's like a lot of things they don't really realize about themselves, which is actually really beautiful because they've never kind of been validated about that. And when, in terms of this relationship, it just feels really slow. Like I'm just getting like a really, really slow energy. So let's get some body cards and we'll see what other parts of the body. So we have the booty. Let's bring the booty out. I just hit my elbow. Let's bring the booty back out again. Let's see what the parts. We have the chest. We have the solar plexus chakra. We have the heart chakra. And we have the shoulders. This person has quite muscly shoulders. They have quite a muscly chest, especially if they're a male. And this person has a very powerful set of eyes. Sorry guys, I'm getting a lot of throat chakra stuff in this. Very strong soul-to-soul connection. When you are physical, it's going to be your chest and your booty that's going to be the most emphasized. This person's eyes, they kind of blink quite slowly. Their eyes are very intense. Also with the heart and solar plexus, there's a lot of chest stuff going on. Both of you are touching each other's chest. There's a lot of like touching with the chest area. With the shoulders, I feel like both of you are kind of wrapping in each other's shoulders and things like that. Like the man is normally on top of the woman for this group, obviously if you're with a man and a woman here. But the more masculine or the taller person in the relationship is on top. And I feel like the first time when you are intimate is going to be quite scary. It's going to take a while before you actually are intimate, because basically both of you are very secretive. You don't like to let a lot of things be seen, but you're both very sexual. Both of you have very, very high sex drives, and anything that emphasizes your booty, wear it definitely. Even like a dress, because like maybe like a short skirt or something where you can kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a tease. I'm picking up on that kind of energy from this group. So I am seeing that a lot of you guys are quite young when you are manifesting this. So I do feel like if you're not young, you feel young when you're with them. This feels like you're rewriting a lot of the trauma that you had to go through when you were younger. But I'm picking up a lot of you guys are going to do a lot of childhood trauma kind of development before manifesting this person. Okay, so let's have a look and see what else in the relationship is coming through. Oops, these are all mixed up. I did not realise that. Why are these all mixed up? Oh, okay. All right, so let's see what we have with fantasize and visualize. So with fantasize and visualize, we had the penthouse. So let's see what else we have. We have the bathroom. So these are going to be places that you could be physical as well. So there's going to be a lot of bathroom sex. There's going to be a lot of things involving water. This person might live on a boat. They might want to live on a boat. They want to live by the sea. They are definitely somebody who likes traveling. They like to kind of be left alone sometimes. This person is very, very introverted. So it will take a little while for them to kind of open up. But when when you do, this person will literally be all over you in like a really intense sense. Like both of you are going to be really basically all over each other. It will take a while for both of you to open up, but you're both going to be very, very connected. Africa could be quite a strong synchronicity for this group. There's places like Victoria Falls, Cape Town, South Africa. We have pyramids of Giza, Egypt. So it says sunrises, sunsets, timing and persistence. We have 111 here. So what I'm feeling is a lot of you guys, it might have taken quite a long time to actually be in a relationship. For a lot of you guys, could have been single for quite a long time. The physical intimacy is really, really beautiful with this group. I'm not getting too much intimacy from this group because it feels like it's just going to be a slow burner for you guys. I feel like a lot of you guys with the intimacy, there's a lot to do with the chest and the nipple area. This person might have their nipple pierced, or you might have their nipple pierced. There's going to be, this person's just going to love your booty and they're going to love your chest. That's basically like the main energy I'm getting, like chest and booty area. That's just kind of what I'm feeling for this group. I also feel like I'm hearing I'm a closed door, but all you have to do is open me up. So basically, it's going to take a while for this person to open up, but not too much where you're just like, oh my God, you take your time, girl. It's not going to take too long, okay? This person is, I feel like they are more of a heart chakra person and you're more of a solar plexus. So one of you is a bit more anxious and nervous than the other, but the heart and solar plexus go quite well together. So if one of you is more the anxious one, the open heart chakra of the other person, oh my God, throat chakra here. The open heart chakra of this person is going to help you to feel much more comfortable within your body. Okay, so let's get you some zodiac cards. Let's see who this person is. I feel like, I might pull out my Sexual Magic Tarot. I might just pull a couple of cards around that, actually. Okay, so let's see who this person is. I want to just pull like a couple of these because I wasn't sure on what tarot I wanted to use for this group, because I was picking up I wanted to use 2 different decks. So let's just go with it. We're just kind of going with it. Wow, sorry guys, my throat is really doing something today. So, okay, you're definitely like being tied up. Both of you really, really like being tied up. You've had people chasing you, but you've been like, you don't want that. Like all the people that have chased you, they haven't been the right people. If any of you guys have, because a lot of this is for a lot of you guys who are having their first time, just don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about the physical essence of it, like it will happen naturally. Never feel like you have to force it with anyone. That's just kind of what I'm feeling. This person has a very strong throat chakra. They like to talk a lot. They can get quite angry. This is something that they're kind of dealing with. They're very fiery, like they're really, really fiery. When both of you are intimate, it could be in somewhere quite hot, so having a lot of ventilation would be really good for you, both of you, when you are physical. Okay, sorry guys, I have to keep pausing the video because my throat keeps doing something and I can't like stop it. I'm getting the letter T, like I keep hearing Taurus. So some of you guys, this person is a Taurus. They're learning the hard way. This person's learning the hard way. Similar to you as well, you guys are learning the hard way as well. This is just taking its time because honestly, I'm hearing I'd rather you have someone when it's the right timing than rushing into something where you're uncomfortable. But trust me, this person's very fiery. They could easily be an Aries. There's somebody who is really, really, they can manifest the material quite easily. And when you're intimate with them, it's not going to be an issue. Both of you know your way around each other's bodies. This person's quite independent. They could be a fixed sign as well. I am picking up on Virgo as well, like I mentioned. And with the 10th house, this is all about you guys. This person you could meet through career or work or something like educational, like school, college, university, something like that. I'm picking up like I'm hearing an establishment. So some sort of office building, some sort of school, some sort of, just some sort of educational thing. That's kind of what I'm picking up on for you guys. This person is very neat and tidy. They like things in order. They like things a certain way. Okay, so let's get one last message. Let's see anything else more about this person. Who is this person? Wow, my throat. Oh my God, okay. So we have the Pisces, the 11th house, and we also have Uranus. A lot of you guys are dealing with immense throat chakra issues. Like you guys are really going through a time where you're focusing on just expressing yourself. So that's why my throat keeps going through a really rough time. Okay, so if Pisces, the 11th house in Uranus, so this person, you're going to meet around a lot of other people. You're going to meet them in a place where it's going to be before or after you are starting a spiritual journey. So it could be you're starting a spiritual career. It could be when you are, it's something to do with spirituality here. Yeah, it feels like for you guys, there's an element of I'm opening myself up more. The 11th house is also about friendships, so I do feel like you're around a lot of people that you know when you meet this person. You could even meet this person through a friend, and you're going through a really big time of exploration. Uranus is kind of like random, so you could meet this person like instantly. When you meet them, it's like even though you don't know them, you already feel like you know them, and also you get physical quite quickly, or you get into a relationship quite quickly with them. Okay, so let's get you a couple of cards for advice in terms of this relationship. Okay, let it go. Soothe your soul. Let's get one more. Ground yourself. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, I feel like you are needing to let go of like kind of having to, I'm just going to put this lighting down just slightly. For you guys, I feel like you're focusing on basically grounding yourself at the moment. Everything you're doing is bringing you towards your partner. And I do feel like it's to do with your career. So if you guys are focusing too much on your love life and not enough on your career, you do need to focus on the practical elements, because you need to manifest a good version of yourself before meeting somebody else, because they're not going to magically make you suddenly, you know, this amazing person, because you already are, but you do need to build yourself up as well. So all the aspects you want in somebody, say you want somebody who's really career orientated, it's like, are you career orientated? Things like that, like matching energy. That's kind of what I'm feeling like you need to do. And I feel like at the moment it is an energy of like really connecting to your soul and what you love. Anything that brings you peace, bring more of that into your life. That's definitely what I'm feeling. So I'm sorry guys, this reading is all over the place. I kind of feel all over the place today. Hopefully that made sense to you, and it all kind of, you know, yeah, made sense. So have a lovely day. Rate my crystal shop up below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's get started with your reading. So let's see what your first time / next time is with your person. So we have a clear quartz for you guys. That's the crystal that you chose. So let's see what's happening in terms of this partnership and things like that. Before we do that, I'm going to look into the tarot cards, and we're going to see about your relationships, what you're attracting, things like that, sort of person you're attracting. Yeah, beautiful. Let's have a look at your relationships. Okay, so you're definitely a nurturer. You're somebody who really does focus on everyone else. Your journey at the moment is to focus on yourself, okay? So I know you really want somebody, and I know that's something, of course, because you clicked on this video. Everything is about alignment for you guys. I'm hearing you're a precious type of person. You're a special type of person. You're somebody who does need to start focusing on yourself, otherwise you will get burnt out. You do have this energy of the lovers. You are the lovers, both like your masculine and your feminine side is the lovers. So when it comes to your energy, you do tend to kind of get a bit enwrapped in other people's stuff, because you are a nurturer. You want to care and you want to look after people. So the main thing I'm feeling for you guys is you're going to manifest somebody when your life just feels a little bit more easier. At the moment, it just feels a little bit uncomfortable. It just feels a little bit difficult. And it's because you're going through an alignment process at the moment. Everything is kind of aligning for you. So if the things don't make sense, that's because you're basically in a transition at the moment. Where we had the Ace of Rings, I feel like you're coming into a grounded place, and that's going to be when you manifest somebody. That's when you manifest your partnership that you really, really want, your first partnership or next partnership. It's basically right now is about speaking your truth. I really struggle to pick stuff up with these nails. Oh my God. It's definitely about aligning yourself with your speech. Like, you're basically going to have a no bullshit attitude very soon, or you might have it really right now, which is really, really good. It's basically about you setting boundaries for yourself, because when you come into a relationship, that's going to make sure that you're not going to be let down by anyone, or you're not going to attract anyone who basically is just going to let you down deliberately. You're going to really be able to find the right person for you that's going to align with your values and not going to take you for granted. So we have serenity and healing with the 6 of Cups. So what I'm feeling for this is basically balance and aligning things. And basically I feel like with the wave, There's kind of like waves of emotion you're going through right now. You do definitely want to have a partnership that is fulfilling, and I do feel like you might be feeling quite alone at the moment, just be feeling quite like, when is my person coming? But this is basically what it is. You are basically going through a strong karmic balance. You're having to go through a lot of, like, you know, somebody a bit riff-raff before you meet your person, because basically people haven't been respecting you, and you're learning how to respect yourself. Essentially, that's kind of what's really going on. So let's have a look at the connection. So let's see what you're bringing into the relationship. Let's see what's going on. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to change the lighting here a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to leave the lighting as it is. Hopefully it's not too bright. Sorry if it is too bright for some of you guys. Okay, so what you're bringing into the relationship is bloom and transformation. You've always been kind of like the doormat in partnerships. You've always been somebody who's always doing everything for everyone else. You don't really know, or you're exploring yourself as to what you actually want in a partnership. That's basically what you're doing right now. Your partner is bringing in a sense of security. That's what I'm feeling for you guys. That's something you need. And you've had to really change your patterns around relationships, because you've definitely attracted a lot of imbalanced partnerships. So your person is learning trust. Let's see what else they're learning. Love, beautiful. Right, this person is a massive lover. You are both lovers. You are more on the side of, you're more kind of mercurial. They're more in the heart chakra. So you have been and have dealt with mental health issues, ADHD, you know, anxiety, OCD, things like that, because you are so intelligent. A lot of people who do suffer with that are extremely intelligent, because you're basically in between the 5D and the 3D a lot of the time. So your kind of karma, you're kind of learning right now, is all about your sexual power. It's all about expressing your truth, letting it out, not bottling it up, because that's just going to make you feel worse. Partnership is about patience. I'm going to most likely guarantee you guys are going to attract some sort of earthy person. They're somebody who, if they're not an earth sign, they're just really earthy. Like, they're very grounded, they're really safe. It's all about trust with this person. The way this partnership is going to grow is basically both of you are going to learn to come away from your family patterns, and whatever that is for you, whatever it is for them, you're both kind of aligning with each other. That's why you're both in each other's lives. You have always been the nurturer, the carer. I'm hearing I've existed to care for people, but that's not your actual role. Your role is to help others, but you're a nurturer. That's not, if you keep doing it over and over again and not having any balance in your own life, you're going to basically make your life really out of balance. So the only reason is you kind of vibe with that is because you feel like you have to nurture people to feel like you're enough. So this person isn't going to ask anything of you apart from just love and acceptance. That's basically what they want from you. So that's why you haven't attracted a lot of partnerships in your life, because you have been, the universe has helped you avoid them, basically, because you want a deep relationship. You don't want something that's just surface. So that's why I'm picking up, it's taken at least 3 to 10 years to meet this person. I'm picking up on an earth sign for sure. Yeah, a lot of you guys have had to go through a death process to just really explore yourself. It's been hard, it's not been easy. A lot of you guys, I'm picking up on like an experiment. Like, it's almost like you felt like an experiment. I'm seeing like those hats that they put on. I don't know if they did this in Stranger Things or something, but I'm picking up on Stranger Things where the girl was literally like an experiment to her dad, which is disgusting. But basically she had a power and that man wanted to control her. And it basically felt like that's all she felt like she was good enough for. That's why she ever felt like, this is like kind of the story of Stranger Things from what I got from it, is it's like she in the first kind of few episodes, she's trying to escape from this place. And I'm trying not to like tell you too many things because there might be spoilers, but basically she has a power and people try to control her through it. That is what you've had to deal with. You are extremely powerful, and it's because you've dealt with a lot of people who can't deal with your power, and it's basically deemed as normal in your life, and you've attracted people who also think that your power is, they're scared of you and scared of your power because you're so amazing. You have the ability to create. You'll most likely have a baby in this life if you are a woman, or if you are a man, you're going to, make a baby with another person. But I just feel like you're definitely going to have children around you, of course, whether you're male or female. But of course, for my women, you will be, being actually physically pregnant yourself for a lot of you guys. Of course, that's not fact, but, it's what I'm getting intuitively. And it's picking up creating, making babies, I'm just hearing creating and making babies. I'm just saying that over and over again. So your main thing right now is speak truth. Because your relationship is all about patience, that is what you're aiming for. That is basically the end goal, to manifest this person. The end goal being the partnership here. Of course, a relationship isn't an end goal, because your life doesn't end when you have a partnership. But basically, to manifest this person easier, you're going to manifest this person by being patient. And when you start giving yourself patience, you allow your body to grow. It's like allowing a plant to, it's being patient with nature and being patient with yourself. It grows more. It's like if you put something in a healthy environment, it grows more. So that's basically what you are learning this time around in terms of this relationship. But it feels really beautiful. I'm hearing you're meant to talk about relationships. So you might have a lot of Libra or Cancer in your chart. Or you might meet this person through some sort of relationship, something or other. It might be after you've gone through a relationship course. It might be where you're exploring your inner child and your relationship to your family. It might be shadow work. There's something to do with your relationship to something that's bringing this partnership together. It's like, I'm ready for this new step now. You guys have needed to mature, but you're going to evolve and are evolving like really rapidly. So I'm hearing it's no wonder you're feeling a little bit confused right now. It's like, because you're having to really unravel a lot of patterns. Like by the time you get to 30, like I think Eckhart Tolle said this, or somebody, I can't remember who it was. Oh no, it's Dr. Joe Dispenza. He says something like, by the time we're 30, we're running on the exact same pattern we did when we were like 18 months old or something like that. And that is kind of terrifying, because basically we are literally child versions of ourselves in adult bodies, because we hold on to that trauma so tightly and use it in the future. And it's, you know, you're going to keep attracting the same person otherwise. Okay, so let's have a look into your partnership. Let's see what you're attracting, who this person is, your bodies together and things like that. Let's have a look. So the energy in the relationship, don't push button, foolish. A naive or childlike energy may push your buttons. Don't feed into it. It's okay to play only for a little while, but only if it amuses you. Know your boundaries. Beautiful, right? This is, like I said about the childish energy, this is what you're coming away from, okay? Let's see. Oh, the back. Yes. A lot of you guys love your back rubbed. This person's going to love doing your back. This person loves rubbing backs. They love massaging and things like that. They've got a really beautiful back. So this person is, okay, this is really interesting, because we have this like trickster, but this is like the positive energy of a trickster, like fun, free, exciting, but trustworthy. So you're going to manifest someone who's fun, but also trustworthy, which is the perfect combination. You're not going to manifest somebody who's just does stuff whenever they want, has no boundaries, they just don't give a shit. Like, this person is really fun and playful. They're really gentle. They're just really slow but generous and fun. They're kind of like the most ultimate father/mother figure, of course, depending on the gender you are wanting. This person is a mother/father figure for you, for your children, or for your family, or whoever family form comes in, because sometimes you can have family in the form of just friends. You know, every family is different, but I just feel this energy of like complete and utter freedom. The world is literally your oyster. Like, you might not feel like that right now, but I literally believe this group is going to have such a strong, I'm hearing like this is how you felt your entire life, and it's going to go like this. You're going to have freedom, because you've done a lot of work on yourself as well emotionally. So the back is going to be the main element to your relationship. You're going to feel strong, powerful, stable. That's basically what it is. That's what it's representing as well. So let's have a look more into the energy, and we'll have a look into your bodies as well. So let's see what else we have. Okay, we have yawn. A lot of you guys are so bored of your relationships. This person is also going to help you to trust again. They're going to help you to trust in your relationships again. Lovely. They are going to satisfy you in ways that you've never had ever. This is basically a different type of sex you've never had. This person is really, really good at sex. It sounds really weird to say, but they're really, really good at it. Because what they do is they're really, really empathic. So they consider you and them, and you consider them and you. So it's like basically a balanced relationship. This, I feel like, is basically saying stop trying to plan your entire life, okay? You cannot plan every single part of your life. That's not how it works. So the best thing for you to do is to focus on working on your own sexuality and satisfying yourself. When it comes to like things like masturbation and things like that, I mean, we have penetration. So there's definitely this energy around, especially for my women who have vagines. You may have dealt with vagine issues or something like that. The best thing for you guys to do is have to focus on your feminine, the female side of you. your feminine sexuality, your feminine power, that is going to help you to feel much more comfortable with penetration, things like that. I'm just hearing that. Focus on colours of pink and red, and work with rose quartz, because a lot of the time as women, they hold tension in their hips, in that area, because that's where they're protecting their sacred area there. So it's basically you need to relax. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you could have had quite painful sex that just wasn't great, or you're quite scared that it's going to hurt, things like that. So if you guys have basically are scared of that, just remember right now, all you have to do is focus on your own boundaries, because if you ever feel uncomfortable, you are able to say no, things like that. What I'm feeling for you guys, this person's going to be really patient with you. They love things that are soft, that have physical touch. They love physical touch. They're a very tactile person, and you could have been with people that weren't very tactile. This person's very tactile, and they actually embrace it. I'm actually seeing for some of you guys like a wedding. So for some of you guys, when you actually are getting married, I've seen like on like films, because I've never been married before, but what I'm seeing is an image where like you're picking out a cake, or you're picking out like a wedding scent or something like that. Your person's really getting into it. Like their feminine, their masculine side is really balanced, so they don't have any shame around their masculine or feminine side about expressing that, especially if they are a male and they're doing things more that are quite like feminine. They are able to express it without basically feeling ashamed about it, which is really, really nice. This person holds a lot of tension in their shoulders. Both of you hold a lot of weight. You're both really gentle and earthy. You're both very supportive of each other. Okay, I'm definitely seeing a baby being born in this group. Some of you guys will have a baby. I'm seeing the stomach growing. So I do feel like this person, I actually saw that as a booty hole. That's the reading we're having today. It could be your booty hole on your head. A lot of you guys are very intuitive. Both of you are going to know who each other are when you see each other. You're going to be like, oh my god, that is my partner. I recognise you. You could meet in a coffee shop or somewhere that's quite homely. I'm hearing somebody else's home, so you could meet in literally somebody else's home. A lot of you guys, this person is very fit, really, really fit. Oh, lovely. There's a lot of Aegean stuff in this. You might have a stronger connection to things like pubic hair, or connection to your body. You might have a stronger connection to your body and physical body. There's definitely a beautiful relationship forming between you and your physical body. So when you are with this person, you are really, really close and really, happy to be with each other. And we have the booty as well, trusting in the past, letting go of the past, which is really, really nice. So I'll have a look into the more sexual side a little bit later. We're going to pull some more intimate tarot cards, but we're going to have a look and see what else we have here. So we have manifestation. This person, you might actually witness deja vu before meeting this person. I'm picking up on like sliding doors, like the film Sliding Doors. You actually know who this person is right now. This person has black hair, dark hair. They're quite pale. They look to me slightly Italian, or I'm picking up on Italian, Asian, Jamaican, Spanish possibly. We have Asia, so they could have quite a strong connection to Asia. I'm picking up on like a yogi type energy from this person. They are really good at creating gorgeous home. They're just so grounded. Like, it's really hard to explain that. They just are overly all grounded. They're very, very connected to the natural element of things. So they might sleep on the floor. They might sleep outside. They are most likely originate from a hot country. Their parents could be from a hot country. If you guys are in a cold country, this person has a very strong connection to places that are hot. They might not even be or look like they're from that country, but they have a very strong connection to just really earthy energy. They're very hippie. This person is very, very hippie. So this person's really good with traveling. They have definitely dealt with a lot of narcissists who are trying to control them. They have really been working on their boundaries when they've been at home a lot because of, the usual thing that's been going on. But also they have, they got more comfortable with their introvertedness. They are quite introverted. They love their bedroom. The bedroom is a sacred place for both of you. You're going to have the most lovely romantic relationship with this person. There's a high sex drive between both of you. But you're both very grounded. Like, you both have very strong grounded. Both of you have quite a grounded personality. So you will have beautiful. If you do have children, however you have them, they'll grow up to have a really nice family life because both of you have very grounded values. Both of you are very, very comfortable with the relationship when you get into it. Like when you meet this person, the first time that you're intimate is going to be quite surprising. It's really hard to explain. They're showing me, but it's really hard. Can you just tell me? A surprise. It's going to be a surprise. You both are very, very careful with actually touching each other because you want to be physical, but you're also scared of being physical. I'm hearing the song, this came up for group number 1, where it's like, I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual, that song. You both are literally hearing that in your head, but you don't want to do it because you're scared it might, ruin the relationship. Sex will never ruin a relationship if it's the right relationship. Sex literally will have no emphasis on the connection unless it's the wrong relationship. So that is just like a myth, I feel like, for a lot of things, because it's basically shaming sex, essentially. Of course, unless you're literally diving into this person's past without even knowing their name, that's probably a bit different. But what I'm feeling is you both will move in quite quickly as well, actually. I'm seeing this like really adult person. This person's really mature. They have their own place. They possibly have their own, they have a really good career. Like as in like they enjoy it. And it's nothing to do with money. It's really about career, but they're very, very sensible. They're really mature. And I'm hearing I can't read you. Like before, you've kind of been in a mode where you've kind of been towards people who are very unemotional, and you're like, why do I keep attracting these people? And you kind of focused on why that keeps happening because you haven't, been emotionally validated, and then you go towards people who are emotionally invalidating, and it's felt like an up and down theme park. But this is actually what you've been wanting. You've been wanting fun, spontaneity, but you've attracted people who are literally like an intense version of that. Just like really like throws you around, just doesn't really care about you. This person is nothing like that. You might even meet them at a theme park. You might meet them at like a zoo or something where there's entertainment going on, maybe even a wedding or something like that. I'm feeling like the attention is off of you. So you're in a group of people, like you're in like not a group, but you're in like a crowd of people. Say you're in like a coffee shop or something. No one will notice you both coming together. It's not like you're both on the street and there's like, a lot of open space. It's like there's some sort of coffee shop. There's a lot of people around you. So the fact this person's looking straight at you is definitely like a really big sign. This is going to be the most surprising relationship you've ever had. That is why you haven't had it yet, because it's like a new version of love that you've never kind of experienced before. So that's why I'm having such a hard time explaining it, because it's almost like it literally is quite hard to explain, basically. So let's see if there's any more sexual energy. You guys are gonna have the most amazing sex. For you guys who are wanting a male in the relationship, whether you're male or female, this person, the penetration is amazing. They have a beautiful like size as well for what they have. I don't know why I did that, but it's just generally just size. Both of you, your bodies are really matched with each other. There's such a deep respect for both of your bodies. For this group, I'm not getting like an intense sex drive where it's like ripping and clawing and things like that, because when you get into it, yes, there will be that. And I do feel like, yes, there is a high sex drive, but they're not making me focus on that. They're showing me the more authentic side of the relationship, which I think is really lovely. A lot of you guys have had a lot of judgment from other people, whether it be friends or other exes or partners. This person is just like an open-hearted, open book person. They really like books as well. They love fantasy. They love the element of fantasy. Anything to do with dressing up or anything romantic, they love that. Anything to do with music, things like that. This person loves to be on top of you. You love that as well. Either or could be swapped as well. You possibly feel like, I think you guys have quite long hair, or your hair is very emphasized in the relationship. It's like this person really, really loves your hair. They love how this, I love how different your hair is. Well, I love how soft it is. I love the texture. I'm hearing what you got in your family lineage that's like how your hair gets like that, because maybe you're quite pale but then have really curly hair, or maybe you are possibly, I don't know what the connection is, but basically it's basically your hair. They can't decide like kind of where the like country you are from because your hair is so unique, or maybe it doesn't match your face or something like that. I'm picking up either like a Scottish, I'm kind of like Scottish, African, or like Italian. I'm picking up on like really large hair, so possibly afro hair, coils, just really, really curly, soft hair. There's lots of different types of large hair I'm getting. It could even be just long, straight hair. I'm just hearing your hair makes a statement. So it could be they have long hair, you have long hair, really curly, really frizzy, or really super, super tight curls, coils. whatever it is, it's like your hair has always kind of ruled your life essentially, because it's kind of been a big statement for you, and your person absolutely loves that about you. Could have been a really big insecurity for you guys as well. Okay, so let's have a look at this person's zodiac signs. There we go. I'm picking up on Virgo for this group. They are very into health. Anything to do with the body, they're really into that. So you can be glad to have really good intimacy with this person. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book about Aries. I want to have a look and see, because I think this is to do with being grounded as well. That brown's really remind me of being grounded. So with a rising, they could have a similar rising or really compatible rising sign. They help ground you. They help get you out of your head. They're just the ultimate relationship. This is just the person you've always wanted. You've kind of fantasized about this person too. They're really good at creating abundance in your life because they help you grow. So they're really good at helping you to feel comfortable with attracting abundance, like helping you to feel worthy. They love going out with dogs, as in like they love like walking dogs and going out in nature, walking the dogs. They might be a dog walker. They are really into animals. They absolutely love them. They have such a strong connection to animals and nature. They love anything to do with like camping, anything to do with like winging it. Yeah, so Cancer as well, beautiful. So this person could easily be an earth sign, a Sag, a Cancer, a Pisces, and we have the 8th house. This is basically your relationship. Deep, intense, possibly a lot of money sort of stuff going around. Maybe this person has a lot of money. Maybe this person is fascinated by your job. It's something to do with, this is kind of like how the relationship is between both of you. Let's have a look and see what else we have. Anything about how they're going to meet? Okay, so we have Sun in Gemini, 2nd house. All right, so this person has a really unique voice. You love their voice. They could be really deep, really high, really fast, really slow. There's just something about it you really like. They have a really good phone voice as well. I'm just hearing this person you could meet through the phone. I'm hearing the song Kiss Me Through the Phone as well. So with the 2nd house, it actually rules the earth sign of Taurus. So what this person does is, like, as they talk, they ground you. They could be a therapist, a counsellor. That would make sense because the way they're talking, it's like, so grounded. Or they could have the potential to be a counsellor or something like that. So with the Gemini and the Sun, this person could be a Gemini Sun as well. But this person also you could meet through social media as one of them, like Instagram or something. They definitely have a very strong online presence. They may have just started their career and you suddenly find them online and you're like, wow, they're attractive, and they message you or you message them. And it's just like a really easy connection. Okay, let's get some advice for you guys. Group number 2. Loosen your grip. A lot of you guys like to hold on to things. I'm just going to turn this lighting down, guys. Sorry, guys. It's going to be like really random. This lighting. Oh, let me go down. There we go. So with loosening your grip, a lot of you guys are holding on to the fact that you want this relationship like now. It's not going to happen now, okay? It's not going to happen right now. For a lot of you guys, I'm picking up on 1.5 years or less than that. Could be 5 months to 1.5 years, because basically you're healing your heart. You've had a lot of stress to do with relationships and you don't need another person basically making you feel rubbish. A lot of people feel like they have the audacity to basically just throw their shit at people, like emotional dumping. And as empaths, we kind of take it on as our own. It's not ours. That is going to be your biggest lesson, is to not take on people's emotional dumping. It's not yours. You know, it's not yours to hold on to. And then we have See the Magic here, which is really lovely. So you're also seeing the magic within your own life. You are seeing the magic within relationships. And you're also seeing the magic within your confidence. Like, you guys always put everyone else before you. So that is something you're learning, is to see the confidence within yourself. So I hope you have a lovely day. The crystal I'm going to recommend you guys is strawberry quartz, amazonite, and pyrite, and black tourmaline. So if any of those kind of ring a bell, you're like, oh, I should get some of that, definitely have a look at that. Also, I will bring out some new crystal kits, and hopefully might have those crystals in as well. Before you go, I am going to look at the Eris, and we're going to have a look at the last little message for you guys. Okay, so as I was looking at this group, I kind of feel like a moonstone could also be really good for you. Okay, so I think I might have to shut my windows because the lighting is all over the place in this reading. Okay, so Eris, the number 3, daggers, adder, torches, and golden apples. So anger, strife, bitterness, karma, vengeance, and reflection. In the reading, this is representing the destroyer. Feeling jealous and angry. These are both healthy emotions, but don't let them consume you entirely, or you may not be invited to the party. It might feel satisfying to lash out in the moment, but if you channel that anger into something more productive, you will yield much better results. Aries can also point to transgenerational trauma and its effects on our daily lives. We carry the stresses of our ancestors inside of us, and this shapes our responses to certain triggers on a cellular level. These traumas can be on an immediate family level, but also societal level. Remember that the things you are feeling are valid. So have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading. You guys chose the rose quartz heart, so let's have a look and see what's going on for you guys. So before we have a look into these cards, I'm going to pull some tarot for you guys, and we're going to be seeing what is your love life like right now, what you can be expecting in the future, and possibly why you have been single, things like that. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. So let me just grab this last card here. Okay. Let's have a look and see what's going on for you guys. So group number 3. Okay, group number 3 in their love life, please. What's going on? Group number 3. Okay, so sorry if you guys can hear a dog barking outside. This dog is very loud. Okay, so at the moment, you guys are going through a very big change. We have the card of metamorphosis. So there is a big change about you releasing a lot of baggage that's not yours, or you've been holding on to. Kind of like you have been carrying everyone else's weight and plus your weight, and it's just way too much, all right? Underneath the deck, we have solitude and healing. The reason why you've been single is because you are meant to be single. You are meant to find your own energy. You basically take on other people's energy because you are that sensitive. So you will take on other people's stuff. And I feel like for you guys, I don't know if you're around children, but I'm picking up on like a lot of distractions. So a lot of you guys are learning to not be so distracted by things, and also to regulate how much balance you have in your life, like how much you are really just kind of like affected by other people's energies. You do definitely take on a lot of stuff from other people that's not yours. So you're learning how to balance that out, because when you come into a relationship, you will be a bit more comfortable, but it's going to help you to attract the right person because your radar is not going to be all over the place. So we have the Spirit of Swords, eagerness and tenacity. You guys are very, very eager. You guys are meant to be, I'm going to like swap these cards around actually. Let's put this one, that feels better. Yeah. So you guys, this is the future of the connections that you're going to have. We have the Sun, and then we have the Spirit of Swords, which I'm pretty sure is the, I will say Knight of Swords, or the Page of Swords. This feels like you guys have always put in the effort. Other people haven't for you. And this is for anyone, relationships, friendships, everything. You've always kind of been the team leader. It's kind of like when you've been in teams when you were in school or college, you've always put the effort in and no one else has. So you are always somebody who has to put in the effort for other people, and you're no longer doing that anymore. So what I'm seeing is for you guys at the moment, it's the test of strength and perseverance of what you're going through. Whatever it is, can be literally anything. But it's what's going to happen afterwards. It's testing your strength, and you're going to get more recognised. For a lot of you guys, you're wanting to be more recognised for your appearance, for your online community, for what you're really good at with your wisdom, something like that. You're growing a business for a lot of you guys. And there's definitely a sense of overcoming fears, because when you get more seen, you do and are working on overcoming fears of actually being seen. Like half of you wants to be seen, half of you doesn't. So there's a sense of like being eager around being seen. There's things like witnessing your own emotions as well. That could also be feeling of being seen. You're somebody also who is going to attract a lot of positive relationships. You've had a lot of karma going on in your relationship side. Also in your money, you've had kind of a lot of karma going on with your money as well. You felt like a lack, but that's because basically you are learning to have patience with it and work on your sense of like worthiness and receiving. I'm picking up on that you're the father's side of your family. Maybe they have trouble receiving or something like that. The masculine side of you is eager to get validation, and you may be too much in your masculine right now. So if you're kind of overwhelmed or you're overthinking too much, you might have to kind of come back to your feminine side, which is having rose quartz in your life, listen to feminine energy like Hertz music, or obviously be careful what music you listen to, because sometimes it can have like subliminal messages. Just be careful with that. Also, just having someone to talk to, you can just really open up to as well. So what is group number 3 bringing to their partnerships? Lovely. I'm picking up that a lot of you guys are Aries in this group. If you're not Aries, you definitely struggle with patience. You guys really want to rush, do it now, possibly slight perfectionism, which is good. You know, perfection can be good if it's balanced. Patience, what I'm feeling for you guys is that's what you're bringing into the relationship. So you are and will learn patience with yourself, with others, with you, in your relationships and your close connections. Your person's bringing in power. That is beautiful. Oh, are you going to let me have it? There we go. Okay, so your person is bringing in power. So you are definitely the reflection of this person and vice versa. This person has a power complex. They are very introverted, but they want to have power. When it comes to the power in this connection, this person might actually deal with OCD because they're kind of wanting to have a sense of control. So that's the same for you guys. You are having that as well, but with patience. With power for this group, with the person that you're attracting, they are learning to come into their personal power. They're quite introverted. They're quite feminine. If they are a male, they're quite a feminine male. If they're, of course, a woman, they are a feminine woman. There's somebody who's very artistic, very gentle. I'm picking up on a Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Libra, something like that. So both of you, the relationship is all about confidence. So basically the main 2 things you're learning is patience and confidence, because that's what's coming out into your relationship. You're going to have a very expansive relationship. You're going to attract something that is really transformational. You might move. You might move to a different country when you come to this relationship. That's why it's so transformational, because you might have never thought that you want to move, or that's something that was never like in the cards for you. But you're gonna basically transform your entire life, and it's not saying you're picking up your life and like moving it somewhere else, you know, out of, you know, because your partner wants to. There's an equal amount of effort in this relationship. Both of you really agree that's something you should do. And it might be you have a long-term relationship for a couple of months, or this relationship involves you basically like taking it slower. I think for a lot of you guys, you might tend to rush a relationship when you first get into it. It's because basically you're trying to get yourself seen in the relationship. Anytime you want to be seen, to see yourself. So things like talking therapy or doing some sort of body movement, there's a need for you to come back to yourself whenever you feel like you're kind of, whenever you feel like you are getting irritated, or you feel like you're kind of trying to prove yourself to somebody to get their attention, something like that. That's basically what you're learning, is to be more independent with yourself. Is to see yourself more, like validating yourself. Okay. So the main kind of thing that you're going to bring into this relationship is fun and happiness. You have definitely been dragged down by life recently, and you have been asked to surrender through play. Anytime you play, anytime you are doing anything that makes you feel free and feel good, that is when you're getting wild. Your energy is to free yourself up as much as possible. So if you ever feel restricted, pull away from that energy, whether it's a person, a situation, a feeling. Obviously don't pull away from all your feelings, but if you ever feel restricted by something, get yourself out in nature, get yourself away from that person. There's a sense of like really seeking the right community for you, and that's going to bring your person. Your person's part of your little community and your tribe. Don't be afraid to express yourself. A lot of you guys are quite loud or quite bold in your like confidence. You're quite free with how you talk, and a lot of people have been scared of that because they are scared to express their sexuality and their confidence. A lot of you guys, this relationship is extremely sexual. You can expect a lot of physical intimacy in literally every single room in your house. This person, you might actually be not home. I'm hearing you're not home a lot when you're with this relationship, because basically this person, you're at their house a lot. You really enjoy being at their home. And this person has a really beautiful home as well. Okay, so the main elements of this relationship. Oh, we have tension. We have the body card. Okay, so object, let's see. Okay. I think I might get another body card because it's quite general, that card. So let's get another one. The crown chakra. Lovely. I want to get another one actually. Lips. Okie dokie. Okay, there are 2 extra cards. Okay. Alright, so some of you guys they're showing me what this is now. This is about you kind of feeling like an object. A lot of you guys have felt like an object. It's the word object on that card. All right, so the show or movie you're watching. Attributes to keep in mind: spotlight, character, public fame. This person or you are very popular. I'm hearing I want to be a household name. So that's definitely something for some of you guys. You could be wanting to be an actress, singer, a person on YouTube, person on Instagram, having your own business, something like that. You have a lot of wisdom and your person is really attracted to that. They like someone who's extremely intelligent. You've kind of been going towards people who are very superficial, only like you for your body, are very like material possession orientated, or very much about like the outside. This person's it's all about the inside. Both actually, they're just really mature. Okay, it says something is building, whether physical or mental. Something is causing you tension. You'll need to find your breath. Meditate, surround yourself in nature. Try not to allow small or big things to force unnecessary attention. So basically, your bigger learning in any type of relationship is balance. You are needing to make sure you are validating yourself and getting enough fuel for yourself. So anytime you feel drained, get out in nature, meditate, do anything to just revitalize yourself, because you do get drained quite easily. The lips, this person has beautiful lips. They have quite large lips. The person you're going to be with, one of you has really, really large lips. Really nice tongue as well. Loves to do things like oral and stuff like that. Loves to kiss you on the forehead. With the crown chakra as well. Very, very balanced. They're actually very good at attracting good relationships for themselves, because they have a very patient energy to them. They're somebody who is non-judgmental. They get shit done as well. Definitely get shit done. This person also, either one of you is quite popular. You both have a very similar career. So whatever your career is, it's very, very similar to them. This person has a lot of higher knowledge, higher wisdom. And, oh, this is really interesting. I actually want to read this. What does this say? Okay. So it's connect with your crown chakra, a space of higher wisdom and knowledge. Rub your hands together and gain energy. Then give that energy to your crown chakra by resting your hands on the top of your head. Let a light of white or purple, okay. Let in a light of white or purple and breathe deep for at least 1 to 5 minutes. That could be something to talk to your person. You might actually already kind of have an idea of the sort of person you want to be with, in a sense, like, because you're very psychic or very intuitive, you have already kind of met this person intuitively. If you have ever tried this before, masturbation to actually manifest things, it is actually very phenomenal, and it's definitely been proven with things like masturbation. It brings you to a higher energy. It literally lightens your entire energy. It's like a spiritual practice almost. This can be a really good way for you to actually manifest your person by masturbation. However it works for you, and focusing on your body, not on anything exterior like porn or anything like that. That can actually be a really good way of manifesting your person. So let's have a look at the energy section of this reading. Let's see what sort of energy is coming through. Extrovert. Your person is very extroverted. They like to have a lot of attention on them. They're not needy or anything like that in like a very negative way, because needy can be good as well, but needy in a way where they're not somebody who just like is all over you all the time. They think about you all the time. No, they actually do. They think about you literally all the time. Their head is very much on the relationship a lot of the time, because they like to have balance. They're kind of worried, okay, what if we don't have balance? I think they have like an insecurity of things being out of balance. One of you is extroverted, one of you is introverted, but when you come together, you like the same things. You like going out to the same places. You both like nature. You both like things that are very simple. And you both like getting weird and doing things that are really random. This person's going to embrace your creative side. So if you're quite creative or you like being on stage or something, they're going to support you in this. They're going to help you with your career. This person's definitely dealt with a lot of drama in their life. It's been a lot, and they're coming away from that as well. They've had a lot of judgmental, critical people. Okay, so places on the body. We have the back, the third eye. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of you guys are holding the back. You both like to hold the back. Wow, we got a lot of chakras here. We have 4 out of 7 chakras. That's amazing. We also have the lips as well here. We also have the crown chakra as well. We have the heart. Well, we basically have all the chakras. So this person, very spiritual. They've done a lot of work on themselves, like a lot. And they love neck kissing. They love sucking on the neck. You're going to probably have a few like hickeys or love bites when you're with this person. And people are going to be like, "Ooh, you got a new boyfriend? You got a new girlfriend?" or you're going to like suck on this person's neck, actually. Both the same, actually. So this person has quite a strong connection to Asia, or they like things from Asia, like maybe certain objects or food, something like that. They could look Asian as well. This person they're very good at attracting money. We have South America, so they could be from there, or Antarctica. Okay, so they could be from somewhere quite cold. They could be quite pale as well. They do look to me quite pale with black hair, like really thick black hair. Theme park. They're very, very fun. They really like anything to do with like fun times. It kind of reminds me of a leg when I'm looking into the viewfinder. Okay, in the first place that comes to mind, intuition, thoughtful. This is actually quite an important card. I don't think I've had this card before. This is reminding me of this person is not taken. And what I mean by this, they are not distracted. They are not somebody who will cheat on you. They're not somebody who will fuck you over at the first time of doing so. When you guys are intimate for the first time, when you meet each other the first time, there's going to be a sense of ultimate dedication to the relationship. This is a real partnership. This isn't anything that is distracting or toxic or anything like that. Like, a lot of people have been beautiful on the outside but ugly on the inside, essentially, from what you've witnessed. And it's because you are learning to have a deeper connection with yourself. Like, now you're attracting that within your life. Like, you're getting that from other people. And it's really, really beautiful, and it's taking a lot of work for you guys because you're having to shed a lot of drama and a lot of dramatic people from your life. But honestly, it really is worth it, because these people actually understand you and actually listen to you and actually want to be around you because you are accepting yourself. You might even meet this person through a group of some kind as well. All right, so let's get you some more cards. Let's see what sort of body cards want to come out for you guys. Let's see what we have here. This person's definitely had their fair share of romantics, like people who are very like fluffy on the outside, but then on the inside they're just really manipulative. So they do struggle with trust, but this person has everything you want in them. You love their physical body so much. You find this person really aesthetically pleasing. You are somebody who does want that in a partner as well. They are not scared to, they're very mature. So when it comes to being intimate, they are not scared to do anything that you don't want. In terms, of course, if it's not pushing their boundaries. They have dealt with, they could have, say if they're a straight male, they could have a million women in front of them. They would only be looking at you. Like, they aren't interested in anything superficial, anything on the surface. Really, of course, they love physical intimacy 100%, but they've always wanted someone to dedicate themselves to. And it's come from them working on themselves. They have a very hairy chest if they're a male. They have a really hairy chest. This person actually looks like them. That's kind of what I'm seeing. If they're a woman, they can look like this. If they're a man, they look like this. I'm going to put it close to the camera so you guys can see. And I see this person be quite pale, but I see this person being quite pale anyway. Okay, so this person's up for loads of stuff. They're actually going to wear you out because they're actually really interested in doing so many things physically as well. They want to be physical all the time. They love your hair. They are fascinated by you. They are absolutely fascinated. They might stare at you. They love your booty. They love your booty, actually. Okay, if I'm seeing a lot of penetration going on in this group, a lot of grabbing. Yeah, it's really, really interesting. I'm hearing the song Spin Me Round, where it's like, you spin me right round, baby. That one. A lot of you guys have dealt with a lot of cheating, and you haven't even realised it's cheating up until now. You've dealt with a lot of times where just things are they felt really messy. Like, you felt like you have to piece together your relationships. This person's going to be a massive breath of fresh air because they have everything. They are balanced masculine-wise, feminine-wise, and they have a sense of pure... I don't know what this word means. I'm just going to Google it. I'm hearing the word I'm hearing anonymity or ambiguity or something like that. Okay, so I looked up ambiguity. It says the quality of being open to more than one interpretation. Yeah, they're really open, actually. So the way they are is like their energy is really free and open. They're not narrow-minded. They're very good at talking about people who are, have conflicting views, or talking with people who have conflicting views. They're not a judgmental person. Yeah. Oh, ambivalence. That's what I was thinking. The state of having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something or someone. Okay, so sometimes they could have trouble making up their mind as well because they are so open-minded. But they have been tested a lot because they're such a gentle soul. They are a strong empath. Very, very strong empath. All right, let's get a couple more cards. This person likes the heat. They love things that are heated. They get a lot of, like, their sex drive is very high. They can go for hours. They're very fit. So they're very, very fit. They possibly used to be quite on the large side. They have definitely worked on their body, and I'm hearing the word government. I don't know why. Like, I'm hearing I govern my own body. Like, my body is my temple, that sort of thing. So this person is very intuitive. You could meet this person through a spiritual community, spiritual group, something like that. It's going to be on, I'm hearing, on the path to discussion and regulation. So regulating your emotions by discussing them with somebody. And you've definitely dealt with a lot of karma with the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on whoever you are interested in. But if it is with somebody, say you are a straight woman and you are, I'm talking about the same sex, it's because that's to do with your feminine side. So whoever you've had dealings with, that is basically you and that side of you. So say if you're dealing with a male, it's your masculine side. Dealing with a woman, it's your feminine side. How are you interacting with them, and how is that coming about in your connections? Person could be a Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer. Okay, so let's get your last cards here. Let's see what else wants to come out for you guys. Let's get you some advice. Group number 3. Start fresh. This is going to be a brand new connection. Lovely. So to manifest this person is you're going to start to remember your worth. You're not going to basically be in relationships that are really uncomfortable and toxic out of fear of being alone anymore. Yeah, and it's because you have to be patient as well. A lot of you guys, the first time of being with this person is going to be really, really weird. It's going to be weird because you possibly haven't had sex for a long time, but also it's going to be a brand new type of person you've never really been with. Because you've done a lot of healing, you have basically wiped the slate clean. So you're basically starting fresh with somebody. And it's going to be really strange because you're going to have to get used to being physical with somebody again. And it's going to be really weird because, especially if this is your first relationship, it's going to be brand new. But honestly, I don't see any issue with it. This person's really kind, really gentle. You've had a lot of children around you, like children in men's bodies. Like you tried to manifest someone who's really mature. They've always ended up really immature. So it's taking a lot of patience for you to actually want to be in a relationship, because a lot of you guys have been like, ugh. This is for friends as well. You've attracted a lot of immature friends. And then to let go of the past, letting go of a lot of that pain and working through it and using it to fuel you. So that is your reading. I hope it resonates, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 4. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys chose the cute little citrine heart. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's going on for you guys. So before we get started with the energy between you two and the body things, let's have a look at your tarot, and we're going to see how you're going to manifest this person, possibly why you've been single and things like that, and you know who this person is, all that jazz. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look at group number 4's love life, please. Group number 4. I'm picking up on like a wooden fence around you guys. I'm seeing like a white picket fence, but it's a wooden fence. So, okay, so this is what I'm seeing. So can you just explain to me what it is? Because I feel like I can't really explain it. So basically, you aim for perfectionism. You want people to think you have the perfect life. You are worried about what people think of you a lot of the time. And this has attracted a lot of people with very strong insecurities. You are trapped in the perfectionism, or have felt trapped in perfectionism, and it's been keeping you trapped for quite a long time. So you know when people have that kind of like, you know, that white picket fence American dream, like, oh, I have the perfect family, the perfect wife, perfect husband. It's kind of what a lot of the things you have actually attracted in people, like people who have always wanted, the grass is always green on the other side, that type of person. They've always wanted perfectionism out of you. And you could never actually achieve that because they basically, it's about their shit. Like the people you've been around, could even be parents, could be family, could be relationships. The people you've been around I've always just expected this ultimate perfectionism, so you've always kind of hidden yourself behind perfectionism. Like, oh, they'll like me if I'm perfect. They'll like me if I do this to my hair or I do this to my body. And it's just kind of like a really toxic female energy that society kind of puts on women especially. Of course, and men too. It's basically just like, you know, I don't like the word vanity because looking after yourself is not bad, but it's really caused you to put yourself in a place where you don't feel free. And relationships to you are scary because you feel like you have to put all this pressure on yourself to look after people when the person you're with should be responsible for themselves. Just because you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that you have to mother or father this person. Okay, that's basically what I'm feeling. So that's the reason why you have been single or not attracted to a relationship as of yet, is because it's been saving you from basically attracting some really, I'm hearing die-hard people, like people who are just really intense, who literally will like stab you in the back because they are very insecure. And a lot of the people in your life have been very insecure. They've made you feel really insecure. They've made you feel really uncomfortable in your body. So that may have been attracted into your life. So you are coming back to a new direction. Your main thing that you're working on right now is to be satisfied with where you are. And you'll get here by trusting and being satisfied with yourself, being satisfied with the effort you put in, being satisfied with the types of relationships you have, and even if they're not the type of relationship you really want, you're still kind of, you know, even maybe thinking about it like they're teaching me something. It's like always getting the best, a higher perspective out of everything. That's kind of what you're learning right now. And then when you start to get more comfortable with being who you are, you will have then a new direction, walking away from a lot of things that don't serve you anymore, getting rid of a lot of baggage that probably wasn't yours to begin with, and learning a lot about ancestral trauma, letting go and having equilibrium and balance, and a strong sense of achievement and independence, and people seeing you as being an independent person and really just feeling independent, which is really beautiful. So I love that for you, so congratulations. Okay, so let's have a look and see what you are bringing into this relationship. Okay, you guys are really, I'm hearing sneakily intuitive. No one really knows about your intuitive abilities, or if they do, you are very, very helpful to a lot of people. And that's probably why you felt really scared of being in relationships, because you always feel like you have to either prove something, entertain them. I feel like you've always been compared to other people. Like you've never been fully complimented or anything like that by people you really care about. Serenity and healing. Yeah, you get a lot of healing by being by yourself because there's no judgment. And of course, when you're around the right people, you won't have that. But it's basically you're getting used to being by yourself, and therefore you're going to be able to have more space to attract the right people. This is what your person's bringing in. They're very masculine, actually. Even if they're a woman here, they are a masculine woman. They're very practical. They're a very practical person. This is a mother/father figure that you've needed for a long time in your life. So someone who's super caring. You've never really manifested this type of person in a couple of people, maybe in like maybe other family members or friends, but not fully, because you've had to fully like complete this cycle of your life. So at the moment, I'm hearing Dream a Little Dream. Is that a song? It's like Dream a Little Dream of Me, that song. We then have confidence, faith and strength. So what this is saying is this is the relationship. This is like a trio of like, I'm hearing like Earth, Wind and Fire, could be like a, you know, the group. But it also reminds me of like, you know, with groups like, you know, even like bands, or you have like tribes or any type of groups, when they come together, they're stronger when they're together. And I'm seeing like you both making a conscious effort to pull each other together. You also are making a conscious effort on your side to really work on yourself. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be a synchronicity, that song, really, really strongly. So listen out for that song. With confidence, faith and strength, I can hear it. It's kind of like the emotional, physical and spiritual, like anything that has a trio. The number 3 could be a big synchronicity for you guys. But whatever it is, the person that you're manifesting is like massively going to change your life. They might be a vet or something to do with animals. They love animals. They love dogs specifically. There could be someone who is, you know, caring for dogs or something like that. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. and then we'll have a look more into the intimacy as we go along. I feel like you've always had to share friends, share people in your life. You've never really possibly at the moment manifested somebody who really gets you. This person gets you. This is literally full on timing. Yeah, you've had to really trust yourself. Anything where it gets you in your body, keep doing that. For a lot of you guys, you've been through a lot of physical problems. You've been ill quite a lot in your life or had a lot of physical issues. It's because basically you're working on your feminine sexual power or feminine masculine power. Basically about you being able to speak your truth, express yourself, and let go of any kind of pain that you've been holding on to for the collective, for your family, any ancestral patterns that's possibly caused you to have physical ailments or mental ailments. Working on mental health is very important for this lifetime. And when you do focus on your mental health, it will, have a ripple effect on your body because it's all connected. I'm hearing feel it to heal it. That's what I'm hearing. From my girl Candice Vandell on YouTube, who I'm a big fan of. So we have movement for you. I'm actually seeing, this actually hasn't come up for any of the groups until now. This is your person, this is you, this is the relationship. You and your person are very physical. You know what you want. Like basically keep saying to each other, I want this, I want that. You're going to have surprise sex in random places. When you're at a park, when you are at a restaurant, pub, literally anywhere, even at someone else's wedding, might be in the toilet, where you do stuff like when you both get the urge, you get the urge because both of you are really intuitive, so you can basically talk to each other telepathically. There's an intense amount of trust for you guys. Sorry, I have like a hair in my mouth. It's so random. I don't know how I got there. Anyway, sorry guys. Your body's very, very important in this lifetime because, of course, you are in a physical body. But can you see how we have Ask Body and then we have Movement? This is the Threads of Fate Oracle, by the way. A lot of people have asked what this deck is here. It's called Threads of Fate. Beautiful deck. I absolutely love it. Massive fan. Especially this Trust card. It's just basically saying, like, you and your person are getting ready for each other. This person's quite close to you. You might meet this person in the summertime or in the middle of the year. So, like, around July, June time. Or December, one of those. Your person could be a strong Capricorn, a strong earth sign, so Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus. They could also have strong Aquarius in their chart. They're very, they have very strong beliefs of things, so you can never sway this person. But they are very, very open-minded. Like, you can have a really nice conversation with them and not feel like trapped when you're talking to them, which is really nice. So let's have a look at the energy. Beautiful. You're going to feel really protected in this relationship. You're both going to feel like you can trust each other, which is really nice. I think that's super important for any type of connection you have, whether it be friends or family. This person's extremely loyal. They won't be tempted by any sort of distractions. They've definitely dealt with cheating. They could have previously been cheated on. They are gonna, okay, this is really sexy, especially to me as a Scorpio. I just saw you and this person talking and it's really deep. Both of you are having like a really deep conversation on the first date. That's, yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I just had, yeah, listen, that makes so much sense. Both of you are listening to each other. On the first date, you have a really deep conversation and you actually talk about things like childhood trauma and things. And then you basically start kissing each other because you're really turned on. That's what I'm feeling for both of you guys. This is like a very special relationship. A lot of people won't understand it, especially if they're not at that deep awareness, if they haven't kind of delve into the relationship with themselves. They won't actually know your relationship until you actually are in it, because it's like that people might gossip about it, but they're honestly not worth your time. I'm hearing, don't worry about what other people think of you. You may be working too hard within work or a relationship. Take a moment to understand what's overstimulating your mind or body. You are basically overstimulated. At this moment, you need to focus on filling up your cup again. And especially with water, a lot of you guys are very dehydrated. So get some water, focus on your body. You need to move your physical body. You need to kind of feel the fresh air. I feel like a lot of you guys have been indoors quite a lot. Also, both of you are very sensitive. Like I said, you're very, very sensitive. So you both will pick up on each other. I'm seeing you guys at a pub. You might not meet each other at a pub. This is kind of the scenario I'm seeing. You are standing there with your friends. This person walks in, you can feel their energy change. And you look over, like it's literally a very, very, very deep soul. Almost, I'm hearing scientific, but also spiritual thing. And yeah, threes of crowd. A lot of you guys have definitely dealt with cheating, or I'm hearing like third party. I'm hearing even second party. Like even when you're with somebody, they're very distracted. This person isn't. This person is literally so different to anyone you've met. You might not even want to actually go and approach this person. You might think, I'm not really interested, until they approach you, because you might be scared this person isn't the right person for you. This is a lovely card. I love this. Don't feel like you can't have time for yourself. You're independent, and that is what makes you so beautiful. Take time away only for yourself. You deserve to do what you want when you want. Alone time, solo excursions. That is exactly what it is, because you're very sensitive. You'll constantly be doing things for other people, but remember, you can't help yourself if you can't help others if you don't help yourself. Okay. Ooh, this person has lovely arms. They're a male. They have very bulky arms. For a woman, they have quite skinny or thin arms, or quite skinny wrists. This person wears a lot of jewelry if they're a woman. If they're a man, they are very they don't really wear anything like that really. This person has a really lovely neck. You love their neck, you love their hair, you love pushing their hair back, like putting your hands through their hair. Okay, we have feet. They might like the feet. They might be interested in doing things with the feet sexually, but also just like massaging. Yeah, hands, definitely they're into massage. Oh, they love your inner thighs. Beautiful. This person does the most amazing massages that get you really, really turned on. They love anything orally. They love anything much to do with oral. They love like going down on you or doing things to you. They love doing things to your booty as well, like your actual, like, you know, the whole area. They like doing that. This is a very heart chakra based relationship, really unconditional. Both of you are going to explore sex in a way that's never been explored for you. It's actually going to help you in your career. Exploring sex, it actually might help you attract more money, because it's like a physical thing that you're doing. Because having intimacy with someone and you feel like it's really, really, you know, amazing and wow, like it's just going to be the most spiritual experience you've never actually had before. It's amazing. It's like absolute kundalini experience. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm seeing you could help through this intimacy. You could actually help others by helping them to get close to themselves. My thighs are actually hurting. So what this is all about is actually your security and about your sexual power, about being heard. So a lot of you guys, it might actually, I'm feeling like for you guys, especially with a fixed sign, it might be quite difficult for you to open up to this person straight away. So when you're first intimate, it will be very slow. There's no rush at all. You probably will avoid it actually, because you really, really want to have a relationship with this person. You really, really like them, and you don't want them to get away. There's a lot of fears that will come up because this person is so genuinely open-minded. It's gonna be like, whoa. And then you actually hear the judgment on yourself, because you've had so much judgment from other people. It's kind of clouded when you're actually judgmental on yourself. So it's kind of you never kind of attributed it to, oh, I'm judgmental on myself. But when there's no more judgment, you can actually hear your head, your voices in your head more. And you're like, oh my God, I'm really judgmental on myself. So this person's going to help you be in your body. They love hand holding. They love foot holding. They love twiddling your feet under the table with you. They're very playful. They love when you sit on their lap or they sit on your lap, of course, however the weight distribution is between you both, whoever's like the tallest or the smallest. Basically a rebirth in your relationships. This person has quite a lot of money. They like going away. They love shower sex. They love sex in random places. I'm hearing conspiracy theorists, so they could be somebody of that nature. They work from home. They love like stretching boundaries in like a kinky way. They like doing things that are kind of like against the rules or something. They love food. They have a very conscious diet. They're very conscious of their body, and I love this. Cravings, aromatic, steamy, and satisfaction. Yeah, you're very satisfied by this relationship. It's gorgeous. These two are the relationship connection. You actually feel connected to them. When you are actually intimate with this person, you feel connected. You know that that's the person you're going to be with. This is a very long-term relationship, and this actually feels like somebody you've been wanting to manifest for a shit ton of time. This feels like for you guys, a lot of you guys, I'm hearing, it's someone like you guys to take this personally, but I'm hearing late bloomers. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing that you possibly haven't had sex before, or you know, this is your first relationship. I'm just saying, like, you have had a shit ton of karma relationship wise, and you've had to really figure out who you are within those connections, and you've had to really like break out of your like cage that you've put yourself in so much because other people have put you in there. It's been intense, and honestly guys, like, you could be in your 20s or 30s and never been into it with somebody. This is definitely a group that applies to you, because it feels like you guys have never actually had a strong relationship that actually has stuck. it's because it's not meant to, because those people are very immature. You wouldn't have wanted to, you wouldn't be able to even mother or father your kids with them because they just wouldn't be able to handle it. Your person is going to be fully there with you, and it's going to be scary because you've never had that before. It's going to be like, whoa, okay, like you've had people literally intoxicated by your sexuality, but they've never actually appreciated your physical body. No, they've never actually, yeah, okay, that makes sense, yeah. They've never actually appreciated your physical body. They've been around your physical body, and you've always kind of been like, oh, you know, I'll give them my physical body, and you know, that's not important. It's like, girl, your physical body is so, so, so important. That is like the main thing that you're looking at working on right now, because it's so important that you oh, that's the wrong card deck. It's so important that your physical body is honored, because it's fucking important. You've always felt like you had to sacrifice your body, your time, yourself, your energy to other people when they haven't done it for you, and that's quite sad, to have to deal with that. It's not fair. And some of you guys just want to go into the woods and just stay there. Like you just want to get out of society. A lot of you guys are going to have like a house in the woods or something. You want something just out of, just want to be in nature basically. Okay, we have the Fool, brand new. You've had a lot of snakes. Oh my God, this is amazing. The Star. Oh, that's you and this person. Love that. That is gorgeously yummy and sexy and yes. Person, your hair is growing really long. I've said that a few times. I recognize that message. That's come up a few times. Maybe that's a message that comes up in your readings a lot, because you're so healthy in this relationship. It's helping you grow in every aspect. Your career is popping, your hair is popping, your hair looks gorgeous, your hair's really long for possibly the first time. That actually could have caused your hair to be quite short because of trauma. Maybe it stunted your growth. Maybe it stunted your hair growth, your nail growth, you know, maybe your skin's been very dry. It's maybe, you know, it's been causing you to delve into holding on to life and not being able to trust yourself. I actually can't even express to you how different this relationship is. Trust me, it is worth the wait. If anyone ever makes you feel uncomfortable in your body, makes you want to exit your body, makes you just feel yucky, that is not the person you're going to be with. Or meant to be with, really, in terms of like, of course you are meant to be with the person at that time. That's in the reverse. This is complete freedom. This is, I am not responsible for you type energy, which is amazing. This person, this kind of reminds me of rose-colored glasses. It's kind of like this, you and this person seeing everything clear as day. There's no faking, there's no romanticizing about everything is so beautiful. It's like, wow, I could make babies with you right now and it'll be easy and okay, and you know, it wouldn't be difficult, and both of you are just on the same page, on the same wavelength. You have the same belief systems as well. Queen of Wands, they find you fucking sexy. You are literal sex bomb to them. Absolutely gorgeously yummy. I love this. So your person can be a Pisces. They are very imaginative. They're very artistic, this person. So they might use art in their works. They're very touchy-feely, very intimate. They love music. You both are just, the kissing is absolutely amazing. The kissing is out of this world with this person, because because their energy is so intense. They're kind of like, the energy goes on to you as you're kissing. It's like so yummy, and this person is not restrictive at all. Like, they are just like, oh my God, I've been waiting for you for so long. You've definitely imagined this person before. They love your back as well. I'm hearing I'm creeping into your life, but not in an actual creepy way. Lovely. I'm going to read Eros. I love reading the asteroids in these groups, because I find them so fascinating. They give you really good info. I'm going to probably read the Psyche as well, actually. Very psychic relationship. I'm hearing it's worth all the work you've been doing. It's worth all the spiritual work you've been doing. You might be also more open to spirituality now because of this person, or because of also you going into their life is making them more open to spirituality, which is lovely. This person you might meet in a park, just randomly, just walking a dog or walking or running. This person is like, it's going to be so random how you meet, but honestly it's going to be the most easiest way of meeting this person. 4th house, lovely, easy, stable connection. You could live with this person quite early on, maybe even 3 months in, if that's something you want to do. This person makes you feel like you're royalty, and this person can have very strong Virgo as well. Okay, so we have Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Virgo, all the earth signs I'm picking up for you guys. All right, let's have a look at Eros. So Eros, let's see. I can grab it. There we go. Right, so Eros and Psyche are actually close to each other in this book. Psyche is the goddess, roses, poetry, wildflowers, butterflies. This is this one. Passion, empathy, sensitivity, psychic awareness, beauty, kindness. This is you or them. It could be both of you together. I'm hearing you're like two peas in a pod. You're best friends, basically. Eros is the lover. Arrows, swans, doves, blindfolds, candles and hearts. Romance, desire, passion, sex, love, blending of energy. This is the relationship as well. This is the Psyche. Psyche points to other people's expectations of us. Who we are and how we should behave is suddenly a topic of conversation. The empathic side of you might be internalizing this, but like the adage says, other people's opinion of you is none of your business. Your intuition is very heightened right now. It's as though you can feel the emotions of everyone around you. This is you in the relationship as well. You have the gift of sensitivity, and it allows you to turn even the worst feelings into beauty and positivity. Lead by example and show that kindness goes further than spite. Eros. Eros in a reading indicates our subconscious desires about what we are looking for in a mate. If you're unattached, his appearance can signal that you are ready for commitment and need to get in touch with the attributes you want in a partner. I'm hearing you are awakening very drastically. I'm hearing you are literally limitless as to what you can achieve because you're no longer restricting yourself. I'm hearing give yourself a fucking break. You are doing an amazing job. Also, I'm hearing for a lot of you guys, you've had some deep soul work or therapy or commitment to ancestral patterns, or, you know, I'm revealing some deep stuff. I'm feeling like Chiron, Lilith, what's the other thing? Shadow work you've done. Like, this is all coming to a head here because you're now realizing who you are and what you actually need and want, because you might not actually know what you want right now, you know, and that's possibly what you're realizing. That is basically your journey to meeting your partner, is realizing what you want. Okay, if you're in a relationship, you may need to make more time for your partner and reconnect on a spiritual and sexual level. Also, I'm hearing you're no longer having to entertain this person as well. I'm hearing I can entertain myself, bitch. Alternatively, Eros asks us to look deep inside ourselves and find our passion. It could be romantic love, it could be healthcare, it could be sports, anything. What matters is that it lights your soul on fire. This asteroid wants us to realise our dreams as they are what keeps us going. Gorgeous. Last cards. That is also beautiful. Some of you guys feel like you have to cover up in relationships or adjust things all the time. No more. Stay positive. You guys are going to manifest someone. You really, really are. You've had a lot of depression and dense energy around you because you feel like you have to be there for everyone, do things for everyone. It's like, girl, you are not responsible. People can look after themselves. I know you like care of people, but it's not your responsibility all the freaking time. You will literally burn yourself out. There we go. Release your emotional baggage. Some of you guys just need to talk it out or work it out. So like working out, dancing out, singing it out. Beautiful. Your energy is very sacred, especially because you're super sensitive. Express and protect your energy. A lot of you guys might be wearing a certain crystal in your person. When you meet, you'll be like, oh, I like that crystal you're wearing. And you're like, oh my God, do you know what one it is? You might talk about like really spiritual deep things. This person is like a gem. They make you, and they see you as a gem. Everything you see in this person, they see in you. You know, it's so yummy and sexy. Both of you love, like, they really honor what you want to do. So that is why you have to figure out who you are, because they're really honoring who you are. You're no longer having to do things for what other people want. Your life is yours. So say if you don't know who you are, you might still attract those people who you have to adjust for. When you attract somebody who actually puts you first, it's probably going to be quite weird at first, because they're like, oh, what do you want to do? And you're like, oh, no one's ever asked me that before. Or what sort of position do you want to go in today? Or what food do you want to eat? And you're like, oh, no one's really ever asked me that. It's always been me about other people or caring for others. And also, when you care for others, it's also a sense of trying to hold on to a certain amount of control. You are not responsible for other people, and you're doing such a good job. You guys are amazing. You guys are really learning to, first of all, Aries, putting yourself first, being a leader, and being bold enough to make decisions for yourself, honouring your truth, speaking your truth. Leo, expression, sexual expression, fertility, childlike spirit, joy, self-expression. It's all this yummy, yummy, yummy stuff. Letting yourself open up more. You are gorgeous. Every aspect of you is needed on this planet. Never ever feel like you have to hide yourself from anyone. Okay, so have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon. Oh, also, before I go, if you'd like to check out my private reading rates, all the information is down below. Please message before purchasing. Please message me through email or Instagram if you'd like to purchase the reading, and if you would like to have a look at my crystal shop, that is also down below. Always updated with new crystals. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a lovely, lovely day. And last one, remember your worth, guys. Remember your worth. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Oh my God, did I forget to pour some dice? Okay, I'm not gonna go yet, guys. I'm gonna pour some dice. I knew I forgot one thing. It was the dice. Okay, here we go. Right, last message for you guys. Oh yes, yeah, I'm very happy with this message. Okay, we have Leo. We have 7th house, North Node. Whoops. Oh, Venus as well, okay. So the North Node with Leo means that the South Node is in Aquarius. So you are learning to be bold in your relationships, have your own opinions, have your own choices. You're going to have a really expressive relationship. Both of you are going to help each other with creativity. The way you're going to meet them could be through a creative endeavor, creative career, creative job, project, somewhere creative like an art studio, a class, even maybe like a coffee shop, I'm feeling. And your relationship is really improving to yourself. So the more creative you can be with yourself, the more you're going to manifest your person, because it's going to give you an opportunity for them to see you more. When you're being yourself, they're going to be able to find you easier. So have a great day. Don't be afraid to express your creativity, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.